Next to our stage, please welcome Alexis Ringwald. She was, or her team was one of the winners for the Women's Startup 2.0, MarketYoYo.com.
Great. What I want to talk about today is as much a story about a solution to empower a billion women living at the bottom of the pyramid, as it is a story of how a few people came together, and it's a story of entrepreneurship and innovation that potentially has some lessons also for the U.S. and thinking about how to lift ourselves out of this economic recession. So what happened 2 weeks ago was a bit of a social experiment. A bunch of strangers, there's a few of us in this room, showed up at an event in Mountain View, and it was an organization called Women 2.0 that hosted us for an event called Startup Weekend. And nobody knew anybody. Everybody showed up. There were a couple hundred people in the room. People pitched ideas on a Friday night. You joined a team, and by Sunday you were pitching to investors. And you coded, and you built a product, and you put together a presentation and an idea. And Nico. Mm-hmm. Could just go play.
Do you want to go forward, or you want to go back to the beginning?
Oh,
okay.
That's okay.
All right, go ahead.
I'll go. Great. And so we pitched this idea, and on Sunday, next thing we know, we presented. And I wanted to share a little bit about how this idea came together. What was the story that we came up with? It was the idea of MarketYoYo.com, which is an SMS platform to empower women entrepreneurs to be able to connect directly to markets. And so we looked through the statistics, we know the data, and we saw, that women are disproportionately disadvantaged in many parts of the world. And we also saw, though, opportunities. We saw mobile phones coming across the globe. We know that in India there's 1.2 billion people. 700 million of them, of those people have mobile phones, and a lot of them are women. And those women need services on top of that: healthcare, information, childcare, and we came up with this idea around entrepreneurship coming out of the Silicon Valley area. And so we know there's a quote from Bill Gates who said that the key to rising prosperity is, over the course of human history, has been the exchange of goods. And so we know it's entrepreneurs, buyers, and sellers creating products and trading them with each other. So I'm going to take you over to India, in Rajasthan. This is the place I've spent a lot of time. I lived in India the last 3 years. I was there on a Fulbright to research clean energy technologies, and then stayed on to help launch an energy software company. And while I was there, I did this kind of crazy adventure. I decided to go across India. I organized a climate solutions road tour to travel 2,500 miles from Chennai all the way up to Delhi in these 3 solar electric cars last year with a troupe of Bollywood dancers and a solar rock band, because you need music on a road tour, to document the top innovations among entrepreneurs across the country around clean energy and sustainability. And one of the places we stopped was a place in Rajasthan called Barefoot College. It's an organization in Talonia, and over there they train semi-literate village women to become entrepreneurs, to build products, build crafts. And one of the women that we met is a woman named Reva, and she's typical of the woman in this area, and she's the one who we built this product for with our team. She's in her early 30s. She has several children. She has no internet access, though somebody probably set up an internet kiosk there a couple of years ago, and it's probably dusty and there's no connection because there's no electricity. But she does have a mobile phone, and that mobile phone has basic SMS capability. It's not a smartphone, and that was what we were beginning to think about. She has a mobile phone, and she's also an entrepreneur. She's been trained to she in particular has been trained to make cloth, and she makes this cloth for making saris and selling them. And the way she sells them is a trader comes through the village once a month and says, I'd like to buy this stuff, and she says, great, and he says, okay, I'm going to pay you 5 rupees, and she says, oh no, I really think it's worth 25 rupees, and he says, no, I'm sorry, it's 5 rupees, that's the going rate, that's what everybody's paying, I can't pay you anymore, and she has no other options. She doesn't know. She has no access to other buyers. She has no access to other pricing information that what other people are selling their products for. She's not empowered, and she's not alone. In India, there are more than 100 million artisans who only get 5% of the price of their good. And so at Barefoot College, there are a ton of women. There are women building solar lanterns and making children's toys. And we began to think, you know, if we're going to speak about rural entrepreneurship and female empowerment, we have to reinvent the way these markets function. We began to imagine an alternate solution that could empower these women. So something that would give her direct access to customers, price transparency, she could figure out what other people are selling their products for, something that would be a mobile SMS-based platform, not smartphone, and not based on her learning how to build a website in an internet kiosk. Hence the idea for MarketYoYo.com. We've been building it the last 2 weeks. It's been an amazing team. And so it's an SMS platform to connect buyers and sellers to each other. I'm going to show you how it works. So step one is Reva. She's in the village. She can text in a message to join the service. A message comes back to her that says, welcome. Here's a sample message. And she has to post her name, her location, the product she's selling, and the price. She sends that in, it posts, a message comes back to her that says, congratulations, your post has successfully been uploaded onto MarketYoYo.com on the website. I'll show you what it looks like. And then on the buyer side, the buyer is probably a retail shop in Delhi or some kind of artisan cooperative that has a presence in a major city. They go online to the website MarketYoYo.com. They search for products like terracotta pots or sari fabric or wooden elephants, things that these women are making, can do a search. The list pops up. They see the name, they can contact her directly to finalize the price and the delivery. And then if she's signed up with one of the increasingly prevalent mobile payment platforms for women in rural areas, they can click to pay, and Reva will get a text message that tells her she's been paid, and she can take that anywhere and collect the funds. Here's what the buyer is seeing. So this is a functional app that we built over the last 2 weeks. This is the base, but we envisioned could have online auction capabilities. There could be queries from sellers who want to see what other people in their area are selling their products for, queries from buyers who want to put out requests for things that they like. It could be a platform for a lot of different ideas. And so we created this because we envisioned this as something that would open and flatten the market with transparency. It's about changing the dynamic, challenging the status quo between buyers and sellers, and empowering this next generation of women entrepreneurs to be able to actually get more of the profit for their prices, connect directly to buyers, have more options. But I think most importantly, something like this results in a revolution in self-confidence because it empowers the woman to think that she can have more ownership, more choices. And we noticed it was a revolution in self-confidence not only for these women as we're building this, but also for ourselves as a team. Our team was mostly women, a mix of engineers, graphic designers, marketing, who came together, and we realized, you know, from our typical, we have our normal jobs that we do during the day, and taking some time out to innovate, come together around a mission that we really believe in, was something really powerful. My mother, she's an artist, and her favorite toast was always, to reality, our greatest artwork. We're all artists. We're all innovators, and we all have a chance to rally around a cause, and if you put a few hours into it, as Gandhi says, you have the chance to alter the course of history. Thank you.